Praying for godly intervention in court after threatening school teachers with a machete. Does the former public protector deserve her 10 million rand end of service gratuity? She seems to think so. And water everywhere, but not a drop to drink for the Swartland flood victims. Hello, I'm Jane Dutton.
This is Eyewitness News.
Controversial preacher Pastor Mboro prayed several times in the Palm Ridge Magistrates Court today. If it was in regard to his bail application, his prayers were not answered. Mboro and 2 others are facing multiple charges, including kidnapping, possession of dangerous weapons, and assault. The trio was arrested earlier this month after video footage of Mboro wielding pangas at a school in Katlehong went viral on social media. On the day, they attempted to forcibly remove 2 learners from the school, believed to be Mboro's grandchildren.
Now, Your Worship, the state submits that in this current application for bail before this honourable court, there are several factors which indicate that almost all the grounds listed from paragraph A to E above are present, and therefore it would not be in the interest of justice for any of the accused persons to be granted bail, unless such accused person can show that, can show by way of evidence to the court that his release on bail will not undermine the interest of justice.
Confirming just how bad things are for the ANC in KZN. Party top brass, including ANC President Cyril Ramaphosa, are currently meeting the party's Provincial Executive Committee in Durban. They'll be getting feedback from its KwaZulu-Natal structures today. This is a result of the party losing its majority in the province in the May polls.
As we've often said, these elections were a setback. For the ANC, we declined massively, particularly here in KZN. We still have a live organization here, and our objective in coming here is to talk to the leadership of the ANC, both at provincial level, at regional level, as well as at branch level. And that's precisely what we are doing.
Authorities in KZN have arrested a cop who was involved in a brazen shooting with police yesterday in Ntuzuma, north of Durban. Yesterday, police tracked down a gang of armed robbers to Ntuzuma who'd earlier committed a heist in Richmond. A confrontation and exchange of gunfire saw police kill 3 of the suspects, one being a police officer from KwaMashu.
The suspect, who is a 38-year-old police constable, also stationed at KwaMashu police station, was located at a hospital north of Durban, where he was being treated of a gunshot wound on his left arm. He will appear in court soon.
No good news yet for Riverland's flood victims after new water pipes were washed away. The Swartland municipality says this weekend's flash flood there has disrupted repair work of the water infrastructure in the area. People there have been without water for almost 2 weeks now. This after 3 farm dams located on the Dussenberg farm collapsed on August the 8th, damaging people's homes and municipal infrastructure. On Saturday, some Riverlands residents had to be evacuated following a flash flood, which was a result of emergency work being carried out by National Water and Sanitation Department's officials at the 4th dam.
According to the Department of Water and Sanitation, the 4th dam has now drained and poses no further risk. Residents are, however, asked to be cautious of rivers and streams, especially when it rains, as water will continue to flow along this route, although not in such intense volumes.
Former Public Protector Busisiwe Mkhwebane's legal team insists she's entitled to a 10 million rand end-of-service gratuity regardless of how she vacated office. She's facing off against her former employer in the High Court in Pretoria today. This over its refusal to pay her the gratuity because she was impeached before what would have been the end of her term. In court today, Mkhwebane's counsel, Advocate Dali Mpofu, has been arguing her ex-employer has got it all wrong.
The word vacation of office itself is a, if you like, colorless description. And what the other side wants to do is to ascribe to it some fault-based test or issues of moral turpitude and those kinds of things, which are nowhere here.
The state cell phone analyst in the Senzo Meyiwa trial has been accused of manipulating and fabricating evidence to link the accused with the football star's murder. The court is hearing technical evidence on calls allegedly made between the accused and the alleged mastermind behind the murder, his girlfriend, Kelly Khumalo. Cell phone analyst Colonel Lambertus Steyn was called back to the witness stand last week to clarify seeming inconsistencies in his cell phone downloads from the phone of Kelly Khumalo and the data provided by Vodacom. But lawyer for one of the accused, Fisokhuhle Ntuli, advocate Zandile Moshololo, has accused Steyn of tampering with evidence.
You started manipulating evidence. You added your own information here on this transaction, and you included the number, which is not the correct information according to Vodacom records.
Meyiwa was gunned down while at Khumalo's home almost a decade ago. An ominous figure ahead of ceasefire talks in the region. More than 40,000 people have been killed in Gaza in more than 10 months of war. At the same time, Palestinian militant groups Hamas and Islamic Jihad on Monday claimed joint responsibility for a bombing in Israel's commercial hub of Tel Aviv that killed the assailant and wounded one person. US Secretary of State Anthony Blinken is in Israel to try to kickstart those ceasefire talks and a hostage release deal in Gaza. His trip comes days after the US presented a modified proposal aimed at bridging long-standing gaps between the two sides. Differences are said to include whether Israeli troops will be required to withdraw fully from the Gaza Strip, as Hamas insists. And that's it from us. We'll see you for more again tomorrow.
Eyewitness News, in touch, in tune, and independent. For the latest, log on to ewn.co.za or ewn.mobi.